Fishing could have been prehistoric humans' first attempts at getting their required protein from the waters around them. They would have tried many systems before they would have mastered something similar but not compared to what we are practicing today to catch fish. Fishing is a very sophisticated endeavor today with fishing rods, reels, baits, lures, sinkers, and lines being made available in different styles, sizes and of course prices. The art of fishing has grown in leaps and bounds and could also be a very expensive hobby and sport for many. Importance of learning how to surf fish in Texas. Fishing methods have evolved tremendously over the years, and it is a very large industry in the world today. But certain simple and traditional methods of catching fish are still practiced around the world. Fishing could be one of the least expensive endeavors to bring food onto the table, but the fishing industry today is overwhelmed by sophisticated equipment that could be beyond the purse of many. We need to keep fishing as simple as possible as practiced by our ancestors hundreds of years ago. Simplicity would be an excitement too if you could catch a fish, giving yourself and the fish an equal chance. If you want to enjoy fishing in Texas while keeping everything simple as much as possible, you should figure out how to surf fish in Texas. Here are 5 of the most important things that you will need to do when you are about to go ahead with fishing in Texas. Greater than read, 20 best bass fishing lakes in Texas. Greater than learn about Lake Palestine. That is an excellent location to start if you're wondering how to catch bass in Texas. Follow the Tenkara fishing technique. Prehistoric humans would have employed very basic techniques, and if we are to look around us we could assume that 2 basic techniques that we still practice could be precursors to what our ancestors practiced catching fish. Whatever techniques they used in that era gone by, us could presume that they did catch fish and took it as a food source many hundreds of years ago. These 2 basic fishing techniques have remained largely unsophisticated compared to the modern fishing techniques that would need many sophisticated equipment to catch a fish. They are the Western practiced age-old fly fishing and the Japanese method of Tenkara fishing. Both the Western fly fishing and the Japanese Tenkara fishing methods have been developed independently and worlds apart from each other. Whilst the Western world was practicing what we call fly fishing, the Japanese on the other side of the world were practicing Tenkara. The Tenkara fishing method is known to be at least 200 years or more old and is still very popular among those who would indulge in the sport, especially in the abundance of internal waterways in that country. In fact, the Japanese Tenkara method was not popular in the Western world till it was introduced as recently as 2009 in Texas and has now taken off with a noticeable preference by many. Fly and Tenkara fishing are generally limited to internal waterways, lakes, and other locations where it is more a recreational activity rather than being commercial. Greater than read, Texas, 5 free fishing locations. Greater than learn about the Choke Canyon Reservoir. Go for fishing trips at the most appropriate places. Not all water bodies that you can find in Texas are ideal for fishing. This is where you should learn about the most appropriate places available in the state for you to go ahead with fishing. This will provide you the chance to fall in love with the fishing adventures that you can secure. Greater than read, 5 best fishing getaways for couples in Texas. Greater than learn about outdoor fishing adventures by the ocean. Galveston is the best option available out there to consider. Take appropriate equipment for fishing. If you are contemplating of undertaking a trip inland and would like to couple it with a little bit of fishing, it would be imperative that you take with you the appropriate equipment. You would need to learn a few of the knots that would go with the fishing technique, and once you have that wrapped up, you could catch any fish that you'd like in the waterways that you come across without much ado. If you have been exposed to the art of fly fishing in your young days, learning the fishing method would be just a cakewalk and nothing much to ponder about. Greater than read, can you fish in a Texas state park without a license? Answered greater than learn about who needs a license to catch fish in Texas. Enjoy fishing with your loved ones. Taking a fishing trip along with family and friends is a very exciting endeavor, especially if you are traveling inland in Texas where there's an abundance of locations to pitch tent and enjoy under the moonlit nights. Trying your hand with the fishing method employing a Tanuki Ninja Tenkara fly fishing rod would definitely add to the excitement. It is the simplicity in fishing that has drawn many in Texas, though the technique would be new to this part of the world. Many ardent amateur fishing enthusiasts have taken to fishing like ducks taking to water and have mastered the art in this very short time that it was introduced here. Greater than read, 5 ultimate fishing excursions Texas. Greater than learn about the half-day nearshore/jetty combo trip. Learn the art of fishing. There are a few unique techniques which are relevant to fishing which would need to be practiced till you get it perfect so that you could enjoy every moment of this age-old traditional fishing method. You should do your own research and get to know about the best fishing techniques that you should follow. Then you can stick to them and receive the best requests. It might take some time for you to learn the art of fishing, but it would help you to be better at fishing in the long run. Greater than read, biggest lakes in Texas, top 20 greater than. Greater than. Greater than. Greater than learn about the largest natural lake in Texas. Final words. There are a few tips that you would have to learn on how best you could be successful when fishing in the internal waters of our country, and brushing them up before you would leave would be in your best interests. You could have great fun with a super entourage with you if you select the perfect place to try your hand in fishing. You could complement your fishing endeavors